Luis and Bernardo, how do you like your eggs?
In denim.
Scrambled.
I like them with denim, and so does Windows 95, man. Should we talk about it?
Let's
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 do this.
do
do.
this.
Finland has had their first rehearsal at Eurovision 2024, and they've definitely elevated. The egg now has light insets, and Windows 95 Man is born in spectacular fashion, very good lighting effects. YLE was so impressed with the egg, they shared a longer clip on the Uden Musiken Kilpailu Instagram. It's looking good. If this is your flavor, if you like this, I think you'll like it even more. They've also added two dancers, which I think is smart to kind of ease the stress on Windows 95 Man and the singer having to carry the whole thing. So I'm expecting some cutaway shots focusing on the dancers so that the stars can, I don't know, move different places. The nudity is still there, the nude illusion. We'll talk about this later, but the EBU complained about Ronella having a provocative outfit. I find this much more provocative, to be honest. I don't mind it, but if one's going to kind of have rules about decency, I feel like this is really towing that line. In any case, yeah, they've definitely upped the ante. So well done, Finland. Luis.
Yeah, I feel like Finland has basically taken what they had in Duel Music in Kilpailu and just they turn it up a little bit. It's not very different. Like you just added some lights to the egg and that's it. But again, as we said yesterday with Lithuania, if it worked, then why just changing it? So again, I'm not sure. I do think that this is going to qualify. I'm not 100% sure. And I think they haven't done anything new so as for us to find it very, very exciting. But yeah, again, it basically won Uden Musiken Kilpailu with a huge amount of televoting. So this is a televote only semi. So yeah, they're playing that to their strengths, and I don't see why this shouldn't work again this year.
Bernardo.
Yeah, I share a little bit of your guys' opinions as well. I think this didn't change a lot from what we already saw in UMK. I think the addition of the two dancers is actually very nice because one of the complaints, quote unquote, I had from UMK is that at some times, even amidst the craziness, the stage looked a little bit empty, and I was scared that they were going to keep it the same way. I mean, the antics are there. This is crazy. This is fun. I do share a little bit of your concerns about the nudity, not about the nudity itself, but about the precedent it was set a couple of years ago. And now apparently the situation is being handled a little bit differently. And it would be nice to have clarity on why was this approved and why what happened in Turin was not approved.
Yeah, I feel like with Ronella, you didn't actually see the outline of anything, whereas with Windows 95 Man, you see the butt crack, right? Or is that drawn
Yeah.
in? You literally see, the nether regions. And so, again, I don't particularly mind. I think it's fine. We're all adults here. But it's like, if you want to talk, Ronella was just wearing short, something
Yeah.
short. It wasn't that.
Correct. And if it was a family show for her, it needs to be a family show here as well.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Now,
I do guess the justification will come from maybe you found the choreography of Ronella more provocative than rather that of Windows 95 Men, but I do find that his nether regions are much more on display than Ronella's were. So yeah, I don't really get it neither. I'm fine with both of both things shown on stage, but it's a bit weird. Knowing that there was discussions about whether this was acceptable or not, and to just let it be.
I suppose the Ronella thing, she did fake cunnilingus with the woman. So that was probably one step further. But you guys, in terms of qualification, and Luis hinted at this, it's funny, the bookies say this is definitely qualifying. Our voters on our website said, no, it's not qualifying. And I just don't know if the joke was great at UMK. And most people won't have seen this who are voting, so maybe the joke will still be okay for new viewers. I just don't know. I feel weirdly like torn. Like it looks better now, but my confidence is not as high as it was back in February, March time. Yeah, what do you guys think, knowing it performs in the second half, the weaker half of this semi?
So I'll kick it off. I feel like I don't know to what extent might the fact that Finland did so well last year with Käärijä, who was a fan act. I don't know to what extent did that affect the Finnish televote, in the sense of they thought if it worked last year, why it wouldn't work this year. Whereas I don't know if the European public having other choices which are more eye-catching, say we were talking yesterday about Ireland, Croatia. Among the 15 acts, there are some that are very visually captivating. I don't know if they will go for this as much. I do think they will qualify, though.
Okay.
Well, yesterday on the live stream, I said I saw a small path for qualification for Finland. And I think after today's rehearsal, it's even slimmer than what I thought about yesterday. The reaction online and mine, like only diehard Eurovision fans are actually paying attention to first rehearsals. But the reactions were much more muted than I was expecting. And also going back to the point that you were mentioning about the Käärijä effect, I think we do need to take a moment to acknowledge the special situation in which UMK took part this year. Käärijä won the televote massively last year, but we also need to take in consideration the jury results that Windows95man had in the national final. Even though juries sometimes are out of touch with what people actually want, I do believe they came last in the jury, but I'm not 100% sure. I do think the Finnish public was much more willing to engage with an act like this after what happened to Käärijä. And maybe if we were talking about this 3 or 4 years ago, this probably wouldn't have won in UMK. Another song would have taken the crown. So yeah, I'm torn. I think there's a path for this. I think it's fun. I think adults will get the joke. I don't believe in some countries that are more conservative than Western countries. I don't know how this will be perceived.
I think there are two visual moments that give me hope. One is the egg, and one is when the sparks shoot out of the crotch. Because those two moments, particularly the sparks, when you see that in a recap, you're like, oh, sure, I'll throw him some votes. Or maybe that will get the younger vote, the juvenile vote, kid vote. I don't know. Those moments give me hope. Everything in between, though, you know, I'm sorry.
It can go both ways. It can go both ways.
Yeah.
It can go both ways.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a wild card, and I look forward to seeing what happens. In any case, that's what we think. What do you think? Is Finland going through? Has it risen in your estimation after first rehearsal, or has it fallen off a cliff? Let us know here on Wiwibloggs.
And remember to follow us on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever.
And click on that notification bell to get all updates from us during Eurovision 2024.
We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.